Do you remember the last time you sat in front of a math problem, staring at those cold numbers, feeling your heart sink? I remember clearly a quadratic equation, scratch paper thick as a novel, my hand scribbling non-stop, and in the end, the answer was still wrong. The pain wasn't in being wrong, but in not knowing I went wrong. Like being trapped in a maze with no way out. I once asked myself, maybe my brain just wasn't made for math? But the truth is, math itself isn't scary. What's scary is the way we approach it. Then came a surprising twist. With Chat, math transformed from a cold enemy into a patient friend, available 24/7. From that moment, I realized math isn't a monster, it's just a logic game waiting to be explored. Failure doesn't come from the hardest problems, but from shaky foundations. Once, I solved a 2-page integral, but made a mistake at the simplest substitution step. Chat is like a mirror, with just one prompt. Give me a quadratic practice set. I immediately saw my weak spots. It's like a health checkup. You thought it was a liver problem, but it turned out to be just lack of sleep. Math is the same you fall not because of a mountain of formulas, but because of tiny cracks. Textbooks are written for the masses, but my brain needs its own translation. I typed, explain the Pythagorean theorem like I'm 10 years old. Jack turned the theorem into a picture of a ladder leaning on a wall. Suddenly, the formula came alive right inside my imagination. I used to jump straight into advanced problems, and within minutes, I collapsed. The brain is like a muscle. You can't lift 100 kilograms on the very first try. ChatGPT broke it down for me, from easy gives, medium gives, advanced, with step-by-step explanations. I no longer felt exhausted, but excited climbing each step of the knowledge ladder. Back then, math practice felt like a cold, lifeless wall. Then I typed, create 10 derivative quizzes, each limited to 30 seconds with instant scoring. My heart raced, dopamine surged just like playing a game. What if I got it wrong? Chat analyzed instantly, like losing a round but unlocking a new skill. Since then, I got addicted to opening Chat to play math even more than real games. Probabilities stopped being scary when Chat turned it into a supermarket lucky draw. Integration became relatable when it was explained as a motorbike trip, speed, time, and distance. Math no longer lives only in notebooks, but in every breath, every step. Even in a morning cup of coffee. One day, Chat set a subtle trap, giving me a tricky wrong solution. I followed happily and failed. Then it revealed, I'm testing you. I felt embarrassed yet enlightened. Chat wasn't just a tutor, but also a chess opponent. It forced me to argue, to reason, and not to rely passively. The body has the gym, the mind has math. Every math problem is a round of logic training. Chat is the coach, giving me a training plan. From warm-up gives heavier sets gives peak performance. The result isn't just grades, but a brain that's sharp, flexible, and resilient. Instead of dreaming of a perfect score right away, I chose small wins, deeply understanding one formula, winning one quiz, fixing one mistake. Each microin is a dopamine coin. That chain of coins adds up to a treasure of confidence. One day, looking back, you'll see you've become a much stronger version of yourself. I typed explain derivatives like a 30-second TikTok video. Instantly, Chat produced a fun, concise, and easy-to-understand script. That's when I realized learning math isn't just solving problems. It's creating content, turning knowledge into a story I could tell. I used to think learning while sleeping was just a fantasy. But then I tried. Create derivative flashcards for me to listen to while I sleep. ChatGPT made the file, and I played the playlist. The brain at night doesn't completely rest. It replays and strengthens memory. During the exam, formulas echoed in my head like a familiar melody. I started with a small habit, writing down one mistake a day and asking Chat to analyze it. I set a goal, a 7-day math challenge, and after 3 months, I sat in front of the exam without trembling. I smiled, holding my pen like a gamer holds a controller. At that moment, I realized I was never bad at math. I had just never learned it the smart way. Math isn't just rigid formulas. It's a training ground for the brain, teaching logical thinking, a skill that stays with you for life. With Chat, math is no longer a grey wall, but a colorful logic game. From today, you have two choices. Either keep seeing math as the enemy, or turn it into your ally, your coach, and your companion. Open Chat right now and type, create a smart math learning plan for me. Because maybe, just a few months from now, you'll smile at a tough math problem and whisper, I was never afraid of math. I just never played it the right way.